I remember seeing Keith when he first came into the gym. You know, he was a really big guy and he was on the treadmill and he was walking very slowly. And I slowly watched him transform. And when he approached me about personal training, as he was actually the biggest client I had ever trained, but I knew I could. It was just a matter of getting him to agree on the task that it was going to take.
I always had, this weight problem. I've always had a weight problem. As a little kid, even I was 50 pounds before I went into school. I went to the hospital for heart fibrillation, actually. And, sitting at the hospital, first thing they do is get your vitals and then weigh you. Well, that's the first time I realized that was the weight I was then. And, it was big enough to where a normal scale doesn't work. I wanted to know who was training me. I didn't want just anybody to train me. And of course you could tell his big smile. And he was approachable, very approachable, and he would help a lot of people, a lot of different people.
And watching that transformation and watching him come out of his shell is very quiet. And watching him come out of his shell as a result of the weight loss. I mean, the weight loss was a very small part of it. It was the weight loss, but it was the inches and watching his shoulders, watching the muscles from his shoulders come out, watching his forearms. He's got massive forearms because of his career and what he does for a living. And I'd like to say that I built those, but I didn't.
The biggest thing is he made me hit my ultimate goal, which was 200 pounds. And I got 202 3/4 just last week. And, you got to stay with the guy that can help you with that. I mean, I done the work, but he had the brains behind it. I tell people before, if you don't put forth an effort to really, really, really want to do it, I wonder if it's worth it.